Welcome back, everybody, to another fun gear review. Today I have the Bulin stove, the BL100 B15. This is the stove, the upgraded version of the stove that goes with the Bulin pot that I previously reviewed some 10 months ago. So I'm really curious to see how this works. So, list price on Amazon for this pot, for this stove is $39.99 as of this filming. And today is July 17th. And it is stupid hot outside, so I'm inside. Now, I got this on an Amazon Prime Day, and it was on sale for 31 bucks. So, pretty sweet, pretty stoked about getting it. Let me read you some specs here from the page. Function and size. The camping gas stove weighs 360 grams. We will be checking that. 11.5 by 7.2 centimeters folded, 22.1 by 7.2 centimeters unfolded, equipped with burner, 3,800 watt power, and apparently they give you a Pizzino lighter to go with it. And they say performance and new version. The upgraded honeycomb burner plate ensures strong and even firepower as well as improved wind protection for the camping stove. The air inlet and hollow design increase energy efficiency compared to the old version. We have removed the steel mesh and redesigned the burner to make it safer and prevent overheating and burning out of components. Integrated windproof. The burner is recessed, which greatly strengthens the windproof ability of the burner and ensures the stability of the flame. If you use the S2400 Bulin camping cook pot heat exchanger or the same type of pot with a heat collecting ring at the bottom, it can be perfectly combined with the stove to achieve integrated windproofing. Resilience and stability. Thanks to the thickened stainless steel frame and non-slip rubber floor mat. Okay. Not rubber floor mat. A little confused there. The 3800 camping stove can be stably supported with cookware up to 5 kilograms. With a horizontal air inlet tube for the lower center of gravity, more stable hold and less risk of the pan tipping over. The bracket is adjustable, suitable for different sizes of pots and pans. Alright, let's take a look at the box. There is the top of the box. I guess that is inside there with the stove. Now we got some English gift. Oh, that's nice. And here we got some more specs and such. And nothing on the bottom, so let's get this guy out. Oh, got some instructions in here. Take a quick look at the instructions. So I guess one side is in Chinese, and I'm just going to scan through that because I don't read Chinese, and the other side is in English. It looks pretty standard. Okay. We're going to set that aside. Get this guy out of here. Oh, wait a minute. Take a look at these tags. Just like when I did the pot, they have these tags. I think they're inspection or something. I don't know. Where's the Pizzino lighter? It's not in there. See? It says gift. Yeah, I didn't get a Pizzino lighter. Okay. I guess I'll have to contact the seller and see if they'll send me out a Pizzino lighter. But give you a look at it, folded up. Very compact design when it's all folded. To give you an idea how compact it is, I have a 220 gram isobutane cylinder here, and you see it's about the same diameter as an isobutane cylinder, and it's comes right up to the edge of the shoulder here in height. So, alright, I guess you unfold these legs part way, and then you can start unthreading this gas hose. So I guess all that's just like the previous version, except you don't have that dome of honeycomb mesh on this one. Alright. That's pretty slick looking. I have no idea what that says. Or that. Or that. Okay. Huh. It kind of sucks about the Pizzino lighter, but I like the storage bag. That's kind of neat. It's got that gusset in it to help keep it shaped so we can get that stove in and out of there. Alright, let me get a board up here, and we're going to light this up and see what the flame looks like. But before we do that, I almost forgot. I gotta weigh this. So let me kind of wrap that up just a little bit. I don't want to completely put it back the way it was yet, but I do want to weigh this. They said that this guy weighs 360 grams. So we will do it in kilograms first. Wow, 360 grams on the nose. In English, that's 12 3/4 ounces. Not too bad. Wait a minute. With the bag, I got these tags on here. Let me get these tags off real quick. Bag, I remove those tags. 13 1/4 ounces. Or 375 grams. Wow, that bag actually adds a decent amount of weight to it. Alright, now we're going to get the board up here and take a look and see what the flame looks like. Everything set up. We got it hooked up to isobutane. And we're going to see what this flame pattern looks like. Okay. I'm going to kill the overhead light so we can see that. Oh, nice. I'm going to kill this other light here. Alright, that's pretty low. Let me see if I can get that lower. I think that's about as low as I can go without putting it out. Let me open that up. Wow. That's putting out, I can feel it, a lot of heat. Okay. Let me shut that off, and it went right out. So, that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up exactly like I did with the Bulin pot. 2 cups of water, this stove, and we're going to put an adapter on here and run propane. With the XD1 turbo stove, it was under 1.5 minutes. It was like 1 minute and 20 seconds or something like that. With the XD1 turbo stove that I got a boil on 2 cups of water. So we're going to set this up because this stove is meant for that pot. Even though it's not as powerful listed as this one, we're going to see if we can get a good burn time out of it. We are set up. We have our Bulin pot. We are set up for propane with an adapter for our stove. And I have 2 cups of water here. So, I'm going to put these 2 cups of water in the Bulin pot. That's a 1.5 liter pot. If you want, go back and watch my review of that. Links in the description. And we're going to see what the temperature is in here. Alright, temperature of the water is reading 77.9 degrees Fahrenheit or 25.5 degrees Celsius. So, let's get this started. I'm going to go ahead and light this guy up. Yeah, that's lit. I just want to turn the light off here and make sure, because it's barely making any noise. Yeah. That's the only thing about gas stoves that always made me nervous, is in full sunlight, you can't see that. It's lit up. Okay, I'm going to leave it about there. Alright, I'm going to put this pot on. I got a timer here. We're going to try to make this all happen, because this should fit right down in there. Start. I'm going to open this up. Look at that. We're already getting some bubble action in there. See the bubbles? Okay. 114 degrees. 45 degrees Celsius, and we're only at 27 seconds in. It's already looking like it's getting ready to boil. 40 seconds in. 170 degrees. And that's 76.8 degrees Celsius. Look at that. Look at that. It's starting to boil. 209, and we were under a minute. We were under a minute. We were like 58 seconds. Holy moly, let me turn this down. That's amazing. Under a minute? Holy moly. Okay. I'm going to readjust the camera angle and everything here. I want to show you how this mates up on that so perfectly. Still running the boil test. See the steam? It's still simmering. And as you can see, that pot mates up right to the stove. I don't think you're going to need a windscreen with that. I mean, look at that. That's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and shut the light off. And shut this other light off. See how much... I mean, I see just a dull red glow. Let me turn it up. But before I do that, let me put the lid on that, because I don't want water splattering everywhere. Okay, I'm going to turn it up. And you can see that glow. That's the only sign that something's going on in there. Turn that back down. Okay, light's back on, because I can't. Okay, I want to do that boil test one more time. I'm always amazed at how well this works. Let me get things set up and I'll bring you back when everything's cooled off. One thing I want to point out, I'm waiting for everything to cool off here. I got some more water. You'll see the patina on the stainless steel. That thing is still, even though it's shut off, is still stupid hot. I'm going to actually time how long it takes for this to cool off to where you can touch it, because I had it not 100% full open for that boil test, but pretty wide open. So I'll let you know the results of that before we go to the next boil test. 5 minutes in, and this is still, especially this bottom part here, is still stupid hot. Alright, 12 minutes in, it's cooled off enough to where you could pack it away, you can touch it without burning yourself. So let me get set up here for the next boil test. Rather than repeat the last boil test, I think that's kind of pointless. I'm going to go and we're going to fill this pot 1 liter. It's a 1.5 liter pot, so 1 liter, which is a little bit more than 4 cups. So I have my water here. That's 1 liter of water. Let me get a temperature on that water. Temperature of the water is 75.7 degrees Fahrenheit or 24.3 degrees Celsius. Let's get this guy lit. Is that lit? Yeah, it's lit. It's hard to see that. Let me turn that up just a hair. Okay. Get the light back on here. Now I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as I can without mucking everything up. The pot on. We're going for broke. We're opening that bad boy up. And that's as high as I want to open that. And here she's screaming a bit. And that's crazy. We already got bubbles going on. Okay. So we're approaching 30 seconds. And at 30 seconds, it's 109 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.8 degrees Celsius. Approaching 1 minute. And already, look at that bubble action. And at 1 minute, we're looking at 70 degrees Celsius, 158.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's getting ready to boil. Approaching a minute and a half. And looking at 192.2 degrees Fahrenheit, 89 degrees Celsius. And look at that, it's already taken off boiling. That's a full boil. We're going to... Woo! Turn that down. Actually got a little scalded there. So we're going to call that, what, 101 minute and 43 seconds, 42 seconds for a full liter of water. Let me turn that down just a little more. See how low I can get that simmer. That's insane. That is insane. I mean, I thought 2 cups was insane because it was under a minute. Wow. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Let me get everything cleaned up here, and I'm going to bring you back, and we're going to look at a few other things, and we'll go from there. One thing I wanted to point out about this system is when you're using the Bulin pot, they have these pot supports that can move out, and then the Bulin pot fits real tight in here. Well, these pot supports are if you want to use something else. Well, here's the thing. This is pretty small. To give you an idea how small, this cup, this outdoor cup, will fit over my Nalgene bottle. Okay? I think this is like a 500 milliliter cup. It's one of those Ozark Trail Walmart specials. But, as you can see, it's just too small to fit on this stove. So if you're looking at using a single cup or a small pot, you might be out of luck here because, yeah, that's not going to work. Conversely, something like my 8-inch Pathfinder outdoor skillet fits perfectly. I mean, you got lots of room there to work with. And your gap here is, I don't know, not even a ½ inch. What is that? 1.5 centimeters? Maybe 2 centimeters? I mean, that ain't much. So you could use it with some cookware, but you're not going to get away with using it with small cookware. Let me pack this guy up because I want to show you something else. Alright. And like that. Alright. Now, what we can do, we can fit this back in the bag. Here we go. Tighten that up. So there's our bag. Here's our pot. We set this inside the Bulin pot. Look at that. And I should be able to fit this canister. Yep. Yeah, that'll fit. Boom. And then you got the bag for the Bulin pot. And there's a cook system right there with fuel. Only thing I'm missing is the igniter. So, final thoughts. What do I think of this stove? In a way, I kind of wish I had the earlier version because I'd like to know what this burnout problem they had was. Maybe somebody out there who has the earlier version can hit me up in the comments and let me know. Another thing is, if you look right in here, this tube right here, you'll see there's 4 holes. That's the breather tube. Your fuel comes in here and shoots in, and this is where it picks up oxygen. And wherever you set this up, you want to make sure you're not sucking dirt or other foreign objects in there that could block this up. That's going to give you a problem if you do. So always try to set up on a hard surface if you can, a boulder, maybe a large rock, something like that. I wouldn't set this up on sand or anything like that. So what do I think? I'm pretty impressed by this stove. I don't know how long it'll last. I wish I knew more about the earlier one. They apparently are the same watt, but how that stove fits up in here, mates up in here, makes it incredibly efficient. I'm actually kind of blown away by how well it works. And I'm thinking on changing out the stove I have in my truck, which is that XD1 turbo stove, for this one. That's what I'm thinking on doing. I'm really happy that I only paid $31 for it. At 40 bucks, when you're talking these kind of stoves from China, it's a little pricey. But is it worth it? Well, if you already have this pot or thinking on getting it, I'd say heck, it's a no-brainer. Get the stove. I mean, so far I'm pretty impressed by it.